We're about to prepare a vegetarian dish, a vegetarian stir fry that's going to be done in a wok. And I'll take you through the ingredients. We've got some noodles. These are fresh noodles. You can use Hokkien noodles, udon noodles. You can even use instant noodles if you wish. Any type of noodle like that, Chinese, Asian noodle would do the job. The vegetarian component, we're using tofu. This is a firm tofu, cut into about 2 centimetre cubes. To that we have the carrot. This is 1 carrot shredded, a good cupful, compacted, and 2 cups of Chinese cabbage. We've got some mushrooms sliced. We've got some green shallots cut up, there's about 3 in there, and some chilli. Chilli is optional, it gives the dish a bit of a zip. And we've got some sauces here, some light soy sauce and some sweet chilli sauce. And to decorate the vegetarian tofu dish, we're going to beat a couple of eggs and we're going to use that as a dressing on the top. Okay, so I'll begin by breaking up the eggs into this bowl and we'll cook them on the wok to start with. I like using free-range eggs for almost any dish that uses eggs. And we're going to prepare the egg first in the wok. Put that aside. I'm going to use some standard vegetable oil to cook this in and just a bit of pepper for the eggs. Okay, so we're about to cook our ingredients. So I've got the gas already lit and we're going to start by cooking the egg. And I'll just put a little bit of vegetable oil in there. Okay, just a tablespoon or so. The wok doesn't have to be smoking hot for this, just mild heat would be fine. The wok's well oiled. This wok has actually been seasoned, so it's relatively non-stick, but you still do need a bit of vegetable oil in there. Okay, there's our egg mixture, and we'll just pop it in the centre. And we'll just swirl it around the wok until it starts to set. So once that egg starts to set, we can actually use a spatula. You can see the egg coming away from the insides of the wok to show there's actually a non-stick effect. So I'm going to turn it over. It's a bit soft, so it's going to break up. It doesn't matter because we're simply going to cut it up into pieces. Okay, it doesn't need to be overcooked. That should be enough. And I'm going to put it onto this plate. Like that. And I'll just leave the wok to continue heating for a moment. And we'll just cut the egg up. Now add a little bit more vegetable oil to the wok, and it's starting to smoke a little bit, so that doesn't matter because I want to heat the vegetables up fairly quickly. Right. Now begin by throwing in the carrot. There's 1 cup of carrots, as I mentioned before, the Chinese cabbage, and our chilli. Now I'll only use some of the chilli. You can put as much in as you like depending on your tastes, and we'll just let that cook down for a while. Now generally speaking, you don't need to add any extra fluid to this. There's enough fluid in the vegetables, and later on you'll add some flavouring with the soy sauce. Okay, we'll take a few minutes to cook down. At this stage I'll just add some mushrooms. And once the vegetables are cooked down, we'll put the tofu in. And the tofu just has to be heated through, so it doesn't need to be cooked down like this. All right, we'll just let that sit there for a while. So wok's a very versatile dish. It's like cooking in one pan, but it's because of its shape and its nature and construction, the heat distribution is very good. You can heat it to high temperatures. You won't get spillage when you're actually stirring the mixture. and it's very easy to clean as well. Okay, at this stage it's nearly cooked down. We can put in some of the green onions. Perhaps that's all I'll put in for the moment. It won't take long for the cabbage and carrot to cook down because they've been previously shredded. We can put the tofu in. Now, tofu's got a fairly naturally bland taste, and it took me some time to get used to this dish. But the tofu does absorb the flavours that are in the sauces and in the vegetables, and becomes quite palatable. Now, in place of tofu, if you prefer to have a meat-based dish, you can use chicken or any dish that or any meat that you like. You can use pork, beef if you want to, beef strips. But give tofu a try, and if you haven't had it before, it's quite a nice way to eat it. Okay, so the noodles go in. Now, the noodles were bought fresh from a supermarket or a Chinese grocer. You can buy them there. And the way to prepare your noodles is simply to heat them up in hot water. Just put them into a bowl, add boiling water, and just let them sit there for about 5 minutes or so, and that's all they need. That's all you need to do. You don't need to fry them up. They'll heat through with the hot water, and just add them to the dish once the vegetables have been cooked down a little bit. Okay, so it's cooking nicely there. Now the soy sauce. This is a light soy, and there's a couple of tablespoons in there, and the sweet chilli sauce can go in, and this will give it a bit of sweetness to counteract the effect of the chilli in the dish. Just mix this around, and it's ready to go. Okay, I brought the wok over to the serving bench, give it a quick stir, and then we'll serve it up. It's a little bit easier to use a pair of tongs to capture all the noodles and avoid the messy drips. So on top, we just put some of the previously cooked egg. It's been, remember, seasoned with a little bit of pepper. And there we have it.